Man, Mario Kart World is fun and all, but I don't think the Switch 2 is worth buying just because of it. Maybe I made a bad call buying this console. Or maybe I made the right call. It's no secret that the Switch 2 had kind of a rough launch. Outside of Mario Kart, there just weren't many games. And Mario Kart, well, I mean, it could have been a lot better. And with the high price tag, it makes sense that many people, including myself, were a bit disappointed on the system. But now, with Donkey Kong Bananza fully released, I think that purchase just got justified. This game is so goddamn awesome. This game was developed by the same team behind Mario Odyssey, which is an incredible game, but certainly not a perfect one. So giving this team another shot could lead to one of the greatest 3D platformers ever. And it did. The game opens up with Donkey Kong mining for bananas, which apparently are edible. You do you, Donkey Kong. But after collecting just a few bananas, he gets sucked into the planet, and with the help of Pauline, they will journey to the planet's core. And this story, though it isn't anything too crazy, for a Mario game, this might as well be Citizen Kane. The characters are all super charming and likable, especially you, Poppy Kong. Why is she kinda bad though? And Donkey Kong's and Pauline's relationship is so sweet. Watching them sing together or having Pauline and Donkey Kong have full-on conversations despite Donkey Kong not saying a single word, it's just really awesome to see. It leads to the game having a shockingly great emotional core. Yes, I did say this game has a good emotional core, don't laugh at me. The game is also just pretty funny. There's a lot of jokes in the game and moments that made me audibly chuckle, but we all know that the story isn't the reason you bought this game. The real reason was the gameplay, and I have to say, if you played Mario Odyssey, it's basically the same thing, but now with a big monkey. The Banana Gems replaced the moons, and even though there's less of them, they were still really well designed, and many of them I found to be quite solid. It took me a while to figure out some of these puzzles too. They were really awesome to see. The thing that really makes this different from Mario Odyssey is the titular monkey himself. Donkey Kong might be the best controlling character in any game ever. His moveset, though not crazy complex in comparison to Odyssey, it's still extremely fun to play around with. For one, you can roll jump to get huge distances, destroy the terrain in any way you see fit, climb on practically anything. You can also pick up pieces of the terrain and surf on it, throw it, and even jump off it. And some of the terrain has special qualities to it, like ice that allows you to surf on lava. Wait, if the ice turns the lava into obsidian, did Donkey Kong rip off Minecraft? Well, in that case, it's a 0 out of 10 game. An original slop. You also have bombs that explode things in a fiery passion, seeds that if you hit a tree with it, it will grow into a massive branch. This moveset, though not as complex as Mario Odyssey's, the game gets so much more out of it. In Odyssey, though I love the movement, the game never really got a ton out of it. Oftentimes, the game would just never really use each part of the moveset. But here, every move will be used multiple times throughout the run, and it's simply incredible. It makes this moveset feel way more dynamic and varied than any game I've played before. On top of that, I love how this game handles collectibles. In most 3D collectathons of this type, you have to collect enough of the main thing to progress into the game, but in Donkey Kong Bananza, that's not the case. Instead, to beat the game, you just have to beat the main missions in each area. But if you collect more Banana Gems, you can use the game's skill tree, which is a large list of moves you can upgrade in. This is really cool too. I do wish it unlocked more brand new moves. There are a few, but most of them just upgrade your pre-existing abilities, which is a shame. I found myself collecting almost everything, unlike in Mario Odyssey where after a bit, I kinda just cared less and less, since you only need so few moons to beat the game. But the real highlight of this game is the worlds. Not only are they full of amazing characters and collectibles, but they're also some of the most creative worlds I've seen in a video game. The first world is this tropical paradise of fishing monkeys, and you try to raise the water level. You have this grassland hilltop that, though basic, is still really fun to roam around. And then you have my favorite world so far, the canyon lair. Not only is this place massive, it's also incredibly creative, with you riding on minecarts, throwing bombs at a giant mixer, or scaling huge towers. It's incredible, and all of that in just a few first hours of the game. On top of that, this game is gorgeous. So many particle effects and unique environments details, amazing animations. This is truly what I wanted out of a next-gen Nintendo game, and it has me crazy excited for the future of this console. It's an incredible experience, however, it isn't perfect. For one, the multiplayer mode feels very shoehorned in. It's the same quality as Galaxy's multiplayer mode, and it's just really not fun. I can't imagine anyone being satisfied playing as Pauline in this game. It's a pretty nothing inclusion. Also, I know this might be a hot take, but the soundtrack is a bit lacking so far. Don't get me wrong, there's some incredible tracks. Pauline's songs are all incredible, but some of the background tracks just don't stand out to me so far. I don't know, maybe they'll grow on me. At first I thought Mario Kart World soundtrack was lacking too, but so maybe the same will happen here. The DK Artist mode is also included. This is another mode that feels kinda like a nothing burger. But I have seen some people make some genuinely cool things here, so maybe it's better than I give it credit for. The biggest complaint many will have, however, is the frame rate. The game runs at 60 FPS most of the time, but it will often dip, but only for a bit. It's never unplayable, but it's very noticeable and has me really worried about the future of Switch 2 with having issues this early on in its life. But even after all these complaints, I still can't help to praise this game to no end. This might be my favorite 3D platformer ever, and I'm excited to play even more of it. Anyways, what did you think about the game? Is the Switch 2 worth buying now? Leave your thoughts in the comments below, and remember to like and subscribe. I make videos very often twice a week, so stay tuned for that. Now I gotta go back to work on the Mario Sunshine Shine ranking. Which, let me tell you, the whiplash from going to Mario Sunshine to Donkey Kong Bananza is enough to kill a freaking gorilla.